Avi back to Kona on day 3. It is a crazy, crazy event, and it's just about to get going. We'll be with you all weekend long. Enjoy. 3, 2, 1,
Yo, what is up, YouTube? Coming at you from the Ultraman World Championships this weekend. I'm marshaling a race, so I'm a race official, an official for a race. What it is it's following athletes around the island of Hawaii for a race called Ultraman, which is it's kind of a triple Ironman. It's a 3-day event. What is it? 515 kilometers or 321 miles, something like that. I've personally done the race 4 times. I was supposed to be in the race this year, but I broke my last ankle in May on the motorcycle, and I haven't recovered since then. So I wasn't able to get enough running in. My swim was doing really well, and then I just kind of sort of gave up on trying to do it this year. I got my MRI, let's say 12 weeks out from the race, and it said that my ankle was still all screwed up and bone bruised and still had multiple fractures that they had healed. But anyway, I wasn't able to do the race. I usually ride my 690, and somewhere it's between 800 and 1200 miles over the weekend, chasing the athletes around, making sure that everybody's safe. People need repairs. I got to call the right people to come in there and rescue. But this year I took my 690 in for the slave cylinder recall. When they were putting the new slave cylinder on, my clutch line broke, so I don't have access to my 690 this year. So I decided to ride my 250 EXC. It's a Supermoto, and you guys really haven't seen it in any videos. I haven't really done much with it on the channel, but I own 3 KTM dual sports. A lot of you probably don't know that. I have a 250 EXC, I have a 450 EXC 6 days, and I have a 690 Enduro R. And I have like 4 other bikes too, but those are my KTM Enduros. So I chose to ride the 250 EXC for this race because it's really smooth. It wouldn't have the buzzy in my hands, and I didn't want the hours on my 450 either. So I'm riding the 250 EXC with the Supermoto wheels on it. And without further ado, I will show you what we got going on there. So this is my 250 EXC-F. It's a 2017, and you can see it has 17-inch wheels on it with high performance street bike tires. This bike is bone stock. It still has the reeds, basically all the emission stuff on it. It has stock pipe even. Let's see my race official thing there. The only thing not stock here is the mirror and flag guards, everything. It's just got a graphics kit that's I've mostly peeled off, but the shrouds are still intact, so we kept those on there in the front fender. Been a really fun bike. I've actually never ridden it off-road, even with when I had the off-road tires on it. It's most it's ever been on is like a gravel road with my body. It just it rips around town. It's super light, super fun to rip around town on. And when I first got it, I did have FMF 4.1 titanium exhaust system on it, but I never did a fuel control or anything in it, so it did lean pop and stuff. And so I decided to put the stock pipe back on it and keep it running a little bit better. It's a really torquey with the stock pipe on it. With the FMF pipe, you lose tons of the bottom end, but you gain lots on top. So this thing really doesn't rev out very hard with the stock pipe on it. It's kind of just completely signs off at probably like 8,000 RPMs. The FMF one will rev out just like a kind of like a 250 SX or something. It kind of barks. I also have a 250 XCF, which I have a bunch of videos on, and that's effectively the SX motor with a little bit different gearing. So this I can ride wherever I want because it's street legal, and you know, it's spark arrested and all that kind of stuff, so it's completely legal for me to ride around and not get in trouble on. And yeah, it's a fun little bike. I have my 450 now, so it might be on the chopping block for sale, but we'll see. We'll see. I do enjoy riding around town. These things just carve with these wheels on. It doesn't have that much power, you know, so when you lay it over, you can just lay it freaking all the way over. You could probably grind the foot pegs on this thing. But we're 90 miles into the ride now. With me on it, I think it gets somewhere in the like 55 mile per gallon range. When I had one of my lady friends ride it, she was getting 72 miles the gallon, and I typically in my commuting get somewhere in the 45 to 47 range because I kind of rev the piss out of it. These are excellent little single track trail bikes. They're pretty amazing for that. If I lived at, well, I do live at sea level, but if I ever rode at sea level and was just doing single track kind of trail stuff, these 250Fs are super legit. I should say the one thing that I have done to it is I've cut the backing, the dust cover off the inside of the side panel, which I don't know if a lot of people do that, but lets a little bit more airflow in there. But the rest of it's completely stock. These things are badass little trail bikes. I highly recommend them for anybody that's has some riding experience, but you know doesn't need the horsepower of the 450 or something, because the 450s are, especially when they're uncorked, they're pretty stupid fast when you're at sea level. And the 350s are really nice too. Actually, that would probably be my preferred race bike. Although I am falling in love with the 450, but for most things it'd probably be my preferred like off-road race bike. But these things are just great for a weekend warrior. They get killer fuel economy. The maintenance is very minimal. I just pretty consistently change the oil on my bikes about every 15 hours. And some people's like, oh, it isn't long enough, but I mean this thing went like 1,200 miles between oil changes. And I dumped the oil in it, and because it's ridden on the street and stuff, there wasn't like any bits in the filter. There wasn't any, you know, aluminum in the shavings and the screens and stuff like my bikes that I ride the piss out of off-road. So I just wanted to give you guys a little walk around on this thing. Comes stocked with the fan in it. It's hooked to the ECU and doesn't seem to be turning on, so I don't know if it's broken or not, but it doesn't really get that hot unless you're just idling in traffic. Super cool bike, and you guys hadn't seen it, so I wanted to show it to you. And get yourself a set of Supermoto wheels and go have some fun and commute to work. Makes them ride a whole lot smoother and more fun. So there you have it. That's my 250 EXC. Once again, I was supposed to be in this race, but I'm not. You can check out Ultraman, or you can check out just this 5-sport athlete video that I made. I compete in 5 sports, so swim, bike, run, gun, and moto. I don't really do the gun anymore because we don't have any of that in Hawaii. I don't race motocross very often, or moto very often. Usually it's a cross-country race. I have to go back to the mainland to do that because we don't really have any of that here either. So basically all I do is swim, bike, and run, and then triathlon when you combine them all together. And go ahead and watch one of these videos right here, and it's only a couple minutes long, and you can see me out in my elements outside of dirt bike. Thanks for watching, guys. Check it out.